In this episode of Cappuccino Garage, I'll be showing you how to install sequential turn signals for your side markers. So this is my 1995 Suzuki Cappuccino EA11R. I recently wrapped the hood and some other bibs and bobs. And when I was wrapping my car, this happened. The lens that goes over this, which is this guy, popped off. And I noticed it, so I slapped it back on there, and a few days later, I noticed that it was gone, so I'm going to guess I lost it on the road somewhere. The lenses are hard to get for this car, as you might imagine. So I checked out on the Facebook group and asked everybody, and it turns out that the Suzuki Jimny is actually the same size turn signals. So I got these. These are some all black sequential turn markers, so they're LEDs. You can kind of see the LED strip inside there, and you saw it on the intro there. These fit perfectly in this hole. I have been putting off this, God, I probably had these for 2 or 3 months now, and I haven't done it because I thought I would have to remove the entire quarter panel there, and I really didn't want to do that. So you may have saw I got a for sale sign in mine. Unfortunately, I'm having to sell mine. I want to make sure this is good before it goes to its next owner, whoever that is. So I decided to go ahead and dive in. Anyway, I hooked up that side in probably 10 minutes. Really simple once I figured out the wiring. So I'm going to walk you through how I got mine done. And just to kind of show you real fast what this is. So, I mean, this is what's inside there. Of course, the lens clips onto these little spots. I imagine that as these get older, a lot of you might be having this issue with these popping off. So this is a really easy upgrade. There are some clips here on the sides. That's what holds this into the body. And then once you pull it out, this is, sorry, getting close to the camera. This is one of those kind of bulbs that you rotate and it pops out of the housing. So all I did was clip the wires coming off of it and fixed them to this thing. So let me show you what that looks like on the inside. Okay, and to show you real fast how to get this guy out of here. So like I said, there's these clips on either side. Just kind of pushed that in. Let's see if I can get you close enough. Just kind of pushed that in and then pulled out. And that gets one side loose. And then, I'm trying to do this one-handed, guys. You take this one with your fingernail and it pops right out. Really easy. Might just want to do this for detailing. I can see I've got like wax residue there that I can now clean off because this is out of the way. So not bad. So next steps, I don't need to show you this. I'm basically just going to pull this wire out. I'm going to clip the wires here. And then I'm going to show you how I rigged mine up. I've got a pretty long road trip tomorrow, so I don't have time to make this purdy. But I'm going to go back in later and build an actual wire harness. So let me get that snipped and I'll show you. Oh yeah, one more pro tip. So on the other side, I snipped the wires and let go, this unit aside, and the wire fell down inside the fender. I had to pop off my vents and like fish the wire up to get it back to this hole. So either tie something off on the end that's bigger than this hole or, just don't let go of it. But I had that happen on the other side. Oh, okay. My bench is a mess. Please excuse it. So this is what I did to get the wiring done just for now. So I've got lots of these little push style connectors, little spade connectors. I've got a bunch of these. So what I did is I just kind of crimped, kind of see it's like a bit of a B shape. It's a B shape now. I just kind of crimped it to where it was a little bit more tight. And then what I did, pull one of these out so you can see. There are two little, oh Lord, can you see? There's two little forks down in there, little nodes, I don't know, wires, something sticking out where, if you had the actual connector that went on the Jimny, it would sit in there. But this is what we're doing for now. So I crimped these. This is one of the crimped ones. So you can see it's a little bit more flat to fit it nice and snug. Fitting those on there. So that goes down on there. And then we're going to take and feed the wires through and pinch those off. So let me get on that. Of course, that's like the redneck way that I'm doing this, right? If you were going to do this the right way, you would just find whatever kind of connector that is. So for a Suzuki Jimny, you would look to see the wire or the connector type that goes on there. And then you would just wire that to these 2 wires that you're taking off this. That's the correct way to do it, and that's what we're going to do eventually on mine. But just for proof of concept, I want to show you how this works. So again, I'm going to clip that wire real fast, feed those in there, crimp those off, and then show you what we got. Hey, by the way, disconnect your battery before you do this. You're going to have these 2 exposed wires. So probably should have said that at the beginning. Disconnect the battery. You don't have a chance of these 2 arcing, popping, possibly blowing the fuse. I'm lazy and already have this, and all my tools are on the hood, so I'm not doing that. So don't lick these 2 or connect them in any way. Okay, so this is what I ended up with. I got these 2 connectors. Now, these aren't insulated at all. So again, if these 2 touch, then they're going to maybe cause a spark, maybe pop a fuse or something. So if you are going to do this, make sure you don't let those like hang on the body or anything. Now what we're going to do is feed those 2 back onto the pins on the inside of that, and we'll be good to go. All right, so got those 2 connectors down in there. You can see sequential's working just fine. So now what we're going to do for now is take some electrical tape and go around this neck all the way up to the wire just to make this a little bit more watertight. I don't think this area would see too much water unless maybe you didn't have your fender liners in, or I don't know, something else. But we're just going to do that just to be safe. And then this guy clips right in. So let me get this electrical taped up. All right, so got the electrical tape job done. It's not supposed to be raining while I'm on this road trip, so I'm not too worried about it, but it's good enough. It'll also hold those connectors in there since I'm just kind of jerry-rigging this. Again, if you're using the actual clip-on connector, you won't probably need to do this, but use heat shielding or heat shrink if you're doing this. So I didn't notice until after I did the other side. You might notice that this is going from back to front on the sequential. I think normally most cars would do it front to back. I don't know if I care, honestly. So on the other side, I put it on backwards. So I guess these are directional. So the side where this clip is, at least on this one that I bought, and probably the rest of the Jimnys are the same, the spot where the clip is, that's actually towards the front of the vehicle. And so what we kind of do is we push this in on that side. You see there's a little notch there. I went in on the notch and then just kind of clips into it. It doesn't make a really nice solid click sound, but I pulled on the other one pretty hard and couldn't get it to pop loose. I had to take a trim removal tool behind it and pop it out. So I think those are pretty solid. Yeah, for how small that LED is, I don't really think that I care too much about the sequential going forward. I mean, unless you're staring at it, it looks just like a side marker. I do like the look of it off though. My car's a little sleek looking, got some stuff blacked out, so the black plastic there looks much better than, this doofy looking orange here. I do like that better. So if I remember, I'll put the link down in the description for you guys, but I think these were like $25. They weren't very much. Got them on Amazon. Seriously, like 10 minutes, really easy. Makes the side of the car look so much more modern, much more cool. I think it's a good upgrade to do, maybe if it's one of your first ones. If you have any questions, ask down in the comments, and I'll see you on the next one.